Alrighty. Oh, this is gonna be exciting. At least I think so. I don't know. This has been way too long in the making. So I may as well. I mean, we have a plane going outside of. I don't know if that's actually getting picked up on the mine, but I may as well go ahead and fully show the stuff off here. So I did make the video going, these are the decks I am likely going to bring, and I sort of went over the stuff a bit. But that is not actually on the main playlist with the stuff here, because it wasn't really intended to be. It was more of an update video rather than anything else. Let's go ahead, go into the actual setup here, and yeah, go over what we're doing here. So it's the 5D's exhibition. We have gone through the entire era and played a ton of different decks, and it was a lot of fun. So, like we did with GX, we're going to go ahead and kind of showcase like our favorite decks for stuff, but also gives us like one final chance to sort of build with the stuff here before we move on and get Exceeds monsters and, you know, like kind of fundamentally change the game a little bit, because not every deck is good at making synchros, but a ton of those decks can make Exceed monsters, so we're gonna have more firepower coming our way. It should be quite fun. This deck in particular really would want Exceed monsters, but we just don't have them yet. We'll get there. But yeah, so we're taking 5 decks, and I'm pretty sure I'm set in the decks that I am taking here. I have myself muted on Discord, so if Kib does like ready in, he doesn't hear me blabbing on, oh, I'm playing this thing. It's actually, he should already know. But yeah, I guess I should go into what one am I expecting to play against as well, because that's kind of a, you know, a good topic to sort of look into here, because you kind of want to build at least a little bit against what you're expecting to play. So yeah, the decks I'm expecting, I've got a notepad, I'm gonna type stuff in here, but so like decks I'm expecting, I mean, Fabled has got to be one, because he won with Fabled for a start. He's played Fabled every single hidden arsenal since they come out. Seems like it's a deck he definitely wants to go with, so we gotta keep that in mind. Some of those plays are nasty with the draw 2 guy and whatnot. Tons of special summoning and stuff out of that. 6 Sam, absolutely looking at that. I have played like in between sets and stuff. Like, I have played against a 6 Sam deck for him, and my god, 6 Sams are vicious, even without all of the searching tools and stuff, and like the maxed out thing. His 6 Sam deck is pretty solid, so I'd be shocked if that doesn't come in. I'm expecting Black Wings are going to come in at some point, because the Black Wings are pretty good against the kind of expected game here. I mean, they're just a strong deck overall, right? He may have given me one of the... which one is it? Kalut? So he's only got 2 Kalut left, but 2 Kalut is fine. It was limited at this part of history, and the deck was still good. So, you know, I don't think it's going to be a huge, like, deterrent, especially because Kib actually pulled Armor Master out of the Crow pack. So he has access to the Synchro that we don't, and Armor Master is actually pretty good too in this era. So I would expect Black Wings are going to come in. I kind of expect Light Sworn is going to make a comeback here, because while they are still very solid, he's got the JD, the Honest, Graganeth is still relatively good if it doesn't get immediately destroyed, and yeah, that piercing damage is quite scary too. And he's got a ton of Lumina, all of the fun stuff that he wants. So I expect Light Sworn should make a come in here. And given deck choice, the structure deck choice, I am kind of expecting Gravekeeper is going to be the last one. Kib's not had the greatest success with Gravekeeper, but also hadn't seen it the way that I had played it against him in the structure deck trials. And I think if he goes down that sort of route, might be worth it. It's a little sketch. This is like the 5th sort of choice to me. I'm not really sure if he is going to bring it, because GK's with only one recruiter is a little bit suspect, but like Witch and Sangan can still sort of pass for it. So I think he might, and therefore that's like 5th place deck that I'm still looking at. GK's also kind of rough because Necro Valley is just a really good card and hoses quite a lot of stuff that I tend to play. So, you know, like in this deck, it gets rid of Blizzard, it stops Blizzard from doing stuff, it stops the premature Reborn, it kind of stops me banishing for Dark Arm Dragon. That's more or less the gist of it, but it's like, yeah, that's still kind of rough to deal with that way. Like, that's enough, to be honest, and that's just the effects of Necro Valley, right? Being bigger than my monsters by overwalling them and whatnot. Yeah, I'm expecting that could be quite a good strategy here. So I don't know how much of that is actually going to come true, but that is what I'm looking at. So the 5 decks I'm going to play, I've got the Blackwing deck here, which is now outfitted with Reborn Tengu. I did get one of these from the pull, from the set. I used the set trade to get one, and I gave up the wheel for Extreme Victory, so I also got the 3rd one from that, like my last trade from there. Reborn Tengu is disgusting. It is in a couple of my decks here, because this card is just insane. If it leaves the field by any means, then you special summon another one from the deck. And that can work if it gets compulsed, it works if it gets banished by Bottomless, it works if you synchro with it, it's an if, and there's no, you know, like no when to it anyway, so there's no timing to miss, it's mandatory, so you have to summon another one. And its 1700 attack is pretty good too. Level 4 is perfect for the Blackwing deck, and it's not dark, which is the key thing here. From Kib's end, the sort of decks I would imagine he'd expect from me would definitely be the Blackwing. I imagine he's probably going to expect Glads, but I don't think I'm actually going to take Glads, to be honest. We'll see, but I'm not planning on it. He will definitely expect the fish, because I've been going on about this deck for absolutely ages, so I imagine that's going to be a thing. I imagine he'll expect the agent deck, given how much I was doing with it in the testing stuff. I imagine this will be on the radar. And then from there, I don't really know, because I've played so many different things. Probably maybe the Machina, but I don't really intend on bringing Machina, so that one's not as big of a draw for me. But I mean, maybe he'll expect that, because I'm not like opposed to playing the deck. It's just not the one that I want to use here. Yeah, so I don't really know otherwise, because I've played so many different things. Like, what do you actually really plan for? Like, Quick Draw, maybe. Quick Draw is one that I want to play here, so I mean, maybe you could plan for that, but I don't know. I mean, it depends if he identifies the decks that he imagines I'm gonna play, and then actually like sides appropriately for them. That would make this very interesting, to say the least. Anyway, yeah, let's just go over the decks proper. So again, Blackwings with the insane Reborn Tengu. This doesn't lose to Consecrated Light. That's why Elector is also in here as well. This is a Wing Beast. I picked this up in the last Turbo pack, like from Extreme Victory. It's okay. I mean, most of the decks that I'm expecting him to play are either mono attribute or close to mono attribute, right? Light Sworn is pretty much all light. Fabled is pretty much all light. Greykeepers is pretty much all dark. Blackwing is all dark. So the special summon condition of this is probably going to come in quite a bit, and it's your turn effect negation. Like, effect Veiler can only work on the opponent's turn, but this works on your turn instead. Spell speed 1, so not quite as good, but like, it's not a bad card, and it's not light, or it's not dark, so I can summon it under Consecrated Light, negate the effects of said Consecrated Light, and then summon a regular Blackwing to get over it, you know, because it doesn't have its protection anymore. It's also Wing Beast, so Icarus attack can work with it. I really kind of wanted to try and fit another Icarus in here, but I think just having Solemn Judgment is better, and my side deck is kind of tailored to most of the matchups I'd be expecting, right? If we're looking at 6-Sam, then it's get rid of their Bushido counter stuff, and also summon something bigger than they can get over. So Gauze comes in there, Breaker, and like Dust Tornado, because Imperial Order is a thing. Dust Tornado gets over the stuff there. Royal Oppression, Vanity's Emptiness can stop the special summons. That's the same for Fabled as well. Fabled can get shut down by those. I kind of would like Light Imprisoning in here, but I don't think I'm going to fit it. Consecrated Light is a huge potential issue, so the Sidras are in here as another potential play in case Consecrated comes in. Because, yeah, that's like the heaviest tech you can play against Blackwing. I did actually have Fissure in here at one point in the side deck, because that would just destroy the Consecrated Light as well, but I think I can deal with it well enough otherwise. And yeah, you'll see Effect Veiler, Maxi, stuff like that in my side decks like all the time here, because they're not necessarily going to be the best against like every deck here. Effect Veiler is pretty good against everything, but I don't necessarily want to main deck it until I see what's actually going on, because it might just ruin the engine. Here it'll be fine, but like, it might just end up clogging things up a bit too much, make things a little bit less consistent. You want to have a strong start in game 1, right? And Veiler is more like a you're going second guaranteed sort of card, I think, here, so you can try and shut down the turn 1 play. Yeah, so there's a bunch of Floodgate stuff with like Skill Drain, because most of the Blackwings other than Shura don't really care about it. Most of my effects don't necessarily matter, or they don't trigger on field, right? Like Kalut, Tengu don't trigger on the field, Zephyros triggers in the grave, this triggers in hand, so does Ghibli. Like, it's Gale and Shura are really the main things that get hurt by Skill Drain. I guess Blizzard as well, but that's, you know, if there's something really big, like 6-Sams would probably get hurt quite a lot by Skill Drain. So, yeah. Magnum Opus deck is the fish deck here. This one is just ridiculous, to be honest with you, if it actually sets up. It's a little fragile. Like, Effect Veiler will dump on this quite a bit. I couldn't fit Confiscation into the combo line without not having, you know, with having enough cards to actually do said combo. So we're just gonna fly it blind, and if it works, it works. If not, well, this could be the Achilles heel, I guess. But it's worked very well in testing stuff. I've been able to do a lot of good stuff with this. I played it a lot in Legacy of the Duelist too. It works quite well if it doesn't get like Veilered specifically or DD Crowed. I expect those should be in most of the side decks, so game 2 will probably, or like, if that does come in, probably game 3 at that point, would transition into a Frog version more specifically here, using Genix Undine to mill the Fishborg, and having a little bit more of a defensive backbone and stuff here. The Blackwing stuff is mostly just to get free bodies on the board, because Ronin Toadin is really good at working with stuff like Birdman or Zephyros to get them out, and then Gale is just a good tuner and also gets over Stardust, which can be a bit of a problem for a lot of decks here. Stardust Dragon is stupid good, and Kib has got 2 of them, so we do need to make sure that gets defended against. But otherwise, the plan is pretty simple with this deck. You want to get Big Fishy, Super H, Deep Sea King, Seal Cup. You want to get this thing out ASAP, and you want to just swarm the field with as many fishies as you can. It does negate their effects, but the one that matters, Oystermeister, activates in the graveyard, so it actually doesn't get stopped by the stuff here. So you get a bunch more tokens out. Fishbowl Blaster alongside TG Hyper Librarian can pretty much infinitely recur itself. You just have to keep discarding the card that you draw, and it just keeps coming back. You'll keep getting more and more synchro plays out, and the ending board is shooting Quasar Dragon plus Librarian plus Stardust Dragon with a turn 1 play, and you usually end up having only like 1 or 2 fewer cards in hand than what you started the turn with at that point. Depends how many +1s you get, because, you know, Pot of Greed, Salvage, what's the other ones? Avarice, because this can get Synchro Monsters back in. If you draw your +1s, then you're going to end up with more cards in hand, and it's kind of gross. But yeah, Quasar Dragon just wins the game by itself, almost. You'd have to have, like, Snatch Steal and Change of Heart pretty much in the same turn for that, which is possible, but not super likely. So, yeah, it's pretty mean. I've ended on boards with Trish and stuff as well. If I have, what's its face? If I have the Bryonic as well, then I can end, and like Premature Burial, I can end on boards that include Trish as well, which is just disgusting, to be honest. I am tempted to take out the excess level 8 here. I don't really want to go into Scrap Dragon to get into Quasar. I kind of want to just go into the fodder one, because I might need Scrap for the second turn. But realistically, if I get Quasar out, the game is over anyway. So I probably should take out like Blackwing to put Duloran in here. I kind of want to just summon Blackwing Dragon for the hell of it, even though it's not a good card. But yeah, I think that's what I should do. So, as we're changing the stuff up here, Duloran can come in and gives me another level 6 option to go through. The cool thing with stuff like Duloran and Bryonic is that with them being water, you can still synchro with Fishbowl Blaster with them. Because Fishbowl's limitation is that it can only use water monsters as synchro material. But if you go through Duloran into Gungnir, it's level 7, that then gets into the level 8, which would be Scrap Dragon here, and that can fire through your plays to get to the level 8, then get to Reciprocal Dragonfly using the tokens, or the Substitute if you've got that out, and then, yeah, Formula Synchron plus the Reciprocal plus the level 8, which would be your Scrap, gets you into the Quasar. So the other line for it is to go to level 5. So we've got Magical Android, Catastor, Librarian can work too, but ideally you want to end the board with Librarian. But yeah, you can play those as well. 2 plus 5 plus 5 gets you to Quasar as well. So yeah, not too sold. I may just take out AFD. Yeah, actually just take out AFD and have the extra thing in here. I don't feel like the level 7... I mean, the level 7 is good for the extra deck, though. It's so tough. This extra deck is like one card too small. And it's just been hard to sort of punch through and make sure that I get everything I want in here. It really is just one of those cases of I don't want to just dump Scrap Dragon. But no, it's probably better. It's either that or I just don't play Duloran. Because, I mean, if I go through Bryonic, it's fine. Yeah, no, we won't play Duloran. This can go in, again, we'll just reset to what we had.
Darn, I can't surprise you anymore. With your mic muted, I can't be like, hey, what's up?
That was half the idea. Yeah, so no, I was just kind of going through some of the deck stuff that I was potentially planning on using with things here, because,
Potentially
you know,
planning.
Yeah, no, I think I've had this kind of mapped out. I'll just show on screen the other ones that I've dinged in here. Uh, yeah, I've kind of had this mapped out for a bit ago, and well, okay, what do I expect you to play, and what am I gonna have fun playing? Is the other two bits of it. It's like I have at least two like core decks that I'm expecting to play here, but honestly, uh. I don't know. I kind of feel like there's four decks, at least from you, that I would expect to see. Just because, well, they've either been the most successful or the most fun ones to go through. But,
I mean, fun on your end is not me fun on my end.
I don't know. We'll see. Depends how well you actually anticipated stuff yourself. It's like, okay, but what's your side decks looking like for what you'd expect is the thing, isn't it, really?
Yeah, I'm just gonna spoil. I really don't think I've expected much in the side decks, and I really haven't gotten this thinking. Okay, what are you gonna use? I'm just going like, okay, what am I gonna use? I have not been concerned what you're using.
Yeah.
I feel like I know what you're gonna be using, but there have been points in time where you have surprised a bit here and there. So I'm not gonna be like, oh, this is completely out of left field or whatever, because I know you have something that might be different, but at the same time, I should be expecting.
Right. It's like, so the only reason I sort of say it that way is just like my first thought was, okay, what am I gonna use? What do I want to have fun with it? And then it's like the second thing is, well, okay, what do I expect to see? And are there, well, one, does that dunk on the decks that I'm playing? And two, if it does or whatever, what could I maybe side deck to go against that? You know, like, I guess the obvious type of one would have been, I suppose, against like a chaos deck or something. If you go, well, how do I stop him having lights and darks in the graveyard? DD Crow, you know, that sort of way is what I'm sort of thinking on it. You know, it's like if there's a deck that I'm expecting, or probably the most obvious one, Consecrated Light, right? That is like such an amazing thing if you're expecting like a lot of dart decks to come in. That's just an insane card to go against. It's like, this literally ruins my deck. How do I beat this thing, right? You know, because otherwise you just lose as soon as it gets summoned out. That's not fun. So, you know, so that's kind of more what I'm looking at it for. It's like, okay, what would you be playing that would just ruin my day? And is there a way that I can deal with that? I don't know. Anyway, last deck is shown on screen for people here, and yeah, I guess this is slightly subject to change because God knows I have like too many decks at this point. But
yeah, that is a question actually. I know we're going to be showing off our decks on stream here and there, so that the people that are watching this know that we're not like making any sudden like changes in between, but are we going to allow in between match changes? Like, I know we made our decks and whatever, but like, I don't know how we feel about you know, taking back a minute and then realizing, oh shoot, these decks are not what I expected, better redo these decks. Or are we gonna go into this thinking, all right, we have our decks ready, they're non-changeable, they cannot be changed for anything else, so let's just go with that.
So, I think ideally you would want to lock them in, as you would in an event and whatnot. But
yeah,
I think if there's a deck that you haven't used yet, and you sort of look at what's played and going, oh, this is gonna be terrible, right? Then I wouldn't necessarily say you should have to still use that deck, right? If that makes sense. Like,
yeah.
say if I don't know, it's just an example, if I had, like, the Crystal Beast Gladiator stuff and, I don't know, fucking Chimera Tech or whatnot, and it's like I haven't used the Chimera Tech one yet, but then I see what you've played and going, this deck is gonna get destroyed by everything, right? I don't feel like you would have to lock into that unless you've actually shown it already. But if you have shown it, then I feel like it'd be a bit disingenuous to edit the deck mid-round, if that makes sense.
Yeah, and that's the point I'm getting at here. It's like, I know at one point we're gonna be like, oh crap, this is not gonna go very well, is it? And then you're just gonna go into the last match with like your deck that you have locked in, and be like, all right, I'm gonna lose. Let's get this over with, whatever. But that's to be expected, I guess. If you don't, prep yourself, I guess.
Yeah, it's a little bit. And I mean, the fun thing with this format is that as you win with a deck, you can't use it again, right? So as it gets closer to its conclusion, as one person gets closer to the 5 wins here, they're gonna have fewer decks to pivot through. So, it's like if you were 4-2 up, I'd have 3 decks left to win with, but each of those decks would only have to play the same one deck. So by that point, it's like, well, maybe I can learn enough about this deck as I go to, thing at it. Even if my main deck is not the best against it, maybe what I put in the side would work. I don't know.
Yeah, because I know we haven't locked in. Well, I know we made our decks, but I don't think we have like locked in any decks yet.
Yeah,
we decided on a deck yet, but we're still in that. This is like last chance. Get your decks ready before we make our last choices here.
Yeah, like I have the 5 decks I'm planning on using, but there's also like probably 3 or 4 in the back that could maybe go in instead, right? The sub bench, if you will, which isn't what I'm planning on doing, but it's like if I feel okay, this really isn't what I want to play today, type of thing, then maybe do it that way. If there's still room to pivot, like if I still haven't shown every deck off yet,
Yeah.
Right, what else do we do? What else should we say before we go through? I think we got the thing for the overall winners, right? So, let's see. The winner of a set, well, of a match even, the best of 3, will get a Gold Series pack from this era. So it's not the first one that we opened from the GX exhibition, but the other 3 that have been released during this time period. Got a choice of which one we would want. They all have decent cards in them, but it just depends what you're after. So I think having the choice would be a bit better rather than just say you must take this year's one, right? Because you might not want this year's one. There might not be anything in there you like. So that's cool. But if you lose the match, you still get something, which would be the 5D's Mega Pack. We've seen on the Hidden Arsenal wheel there have been Mega Packs for the like Yugi's World, Joey's World, stuff like that, which have been mostly old cards that have just been sort of rarity changed and whatnot going through. 5D's actually has one of those as well, which, because we've done all the 5D sets now, almost every card that's in that like 300 card set, I think there's only about 3 cards that have not come out yet, or are like exclusive to the thing or something. So I was like, you know what, this is the showcase of the era as a whole, right? It's like the pack to end all packs for this thing. So if you lose a match, you will still get one of those. So the closer this series is, the better it is for both of us, because we both get more rewards. So, there's incentive to have it be close rather than, it's nice. And then I think what we were throwing out ideas, I think the overall winner here was going to get to pick is it locked into a specific like secret rare from the next pack or something, like from the first pack of Zexal?
Yeah, I think like pick a secret or something like that, or and then overall those will get a super rare, just to have a sneak peek of what's coming up in the future.
So yeah, so whoever wins the whole best of 9 will get to choose a rarer card from the set if they want, and the loser still gets to choose something too. Because again, we're not trying to make a massive power imbalance or anything here. We just want to have fun, and that's the main thing. So
that's all there is to it.
All right, I think I'm pretty much okay to go then. Are you set yourself?
I believe I'm set, but then all of a sudden my mom's like, "Hey, I need you for a second." So
yep, that's fine.
I'll be right back.
Okay. Well, in that case, I guess I can briefly go over the other stuff with it here then. Just me thing now. So yeah, because I didn't get the chance to show the rest. The quick draw stuff was really cool before. Quick draw synchro. This is just about the same deck I played before. With Solemn Judgment in because I took the fairy structure, right? Yeah, this is very similar. I think I actually wanted to have Breaker in here instead of the Doppel Warrior. Doppel Warrior is really cool, but it just didn't quite do what I wanted here. So we'll sub in, we'll put Breaker in instead. Yeah, so this deck relies mostly on getting Quick Draw Synchron and using that to go into like Nitro Warrior, Junk Destroyer, so it can pop cards on the field, and especially Drill Warrior, which lets you attack directly if you have its attack, but can also banish itself for a turn and get like cards back out the graveyard, so it can protect itself as well, which is pretty good. This deck is capable of making Quasar, but it's not the main idea of it. But if it comes up, it'll be fantastic. So, like, Level Eater makes it definitely possible to use, like, your level 6s for it as well. So, Iron Chain Dragon is in here because Debris Dragon can only synchro for dragon monsters. So you need to go, like, you know, most of the level 7s are all dragons anyway. The 8s are dragons, so that's fine. But, yeah, you want a 6 in as well. Maybe not necessary if I'm taking out the whole, but...
I think we're ready now.
Alright, cool. Sounds good to me.
I'm actually gonna choose a particular song, please, here. And what the song plays afterwards, I don't care, but just with how this day is gonna be going here, I think this song's really the only fitting one here.
Okay, I would have asked chat what like a number 1 to 5 or what they want to see first, but because there's like one person in chat at the moment and I've not heard anything of it, what I'm gonna do instead is I'm gonna go into my solo mode, I'm gonna roll the dice, and I guess we're gonna play the deck that it landed on. So okay. Alright, maybe I should try and pick something decent to start off with this as well. I don't know. I don't even know what song I would go on with. Oh, no, I know. Where is the... Yeah. Okay, I'll have it for when we go in.
Alright, let's get started.
Yeah. Okay.
Boink.
Oh, you're using the... Oh, God, she's one of the vampire ladies, isn't she? The like, portrait.
Yeah, I think one of the ladies there, yeah.
That's pretty cool.
I mean, she just looked the coolest, so...
Yeah, she does.
Alright, here we go, folks. Good luck and good duel.
Yeah, good luck, buddy. Okay, so, surprising absolutely nobody here. We're going to set a card and we're going to summon Shura, the Blue Flame. And, that'll do.
That'll do, pig.
Surprising absolutely nobody playing Black Wings here, but, you know, I mean, it's one of my favorite decks of the era for sure. It's the first deck I actually built on Legacy of the Duelist, so that wasn't Blue Eyes, you know.
That wasn't Blue Eyes, yep. Alright, well, I'm just gonna follow suit with a defense monster.
Okay. Right, anything on draw?
No.
Okay. Let's see. So, playing defense, I mean, obviously Shura is quite big, so it's possible that it's just not something you can get over right now. It could also be something like Gravekeeper's Spy, but I don't know. Let's just try and attack. I think I'll hit in. It's Momonga. Whoa, okay. So, effects go on chain. Yours is also optional.
Mandatory.
No, is yours mandatory?
No,
it's destroyed by... Then you can. Yeah, no, so...
By points, then you can special summon. So, 1,000 points is mandatory.
Yeah, so you go first then, because both of our effects are optional.
Okay.
So, Nimble Momonga. So, Rescue Cat style, maybe. I mean, Naturia Beast is a hell of a card, so I wouldn't be too surprised here. Not quite the first card I was expecting to bring up here, but that's fine. Alright, so with my Shura, we are going to take... I mean, there's one obvious answer, isn't there? And it has to be Gale, I think.
Just has to be.
It is the obvious choice to do. And then Gale will attack one of them among them. We'll just get it out of the way.
On Gale's attack, then.
Ooh, Book of Moon. Flip the Gale down, huh? Yep.
Yep.
Okay. So that's fine. Yeah, main 2, let's set one further and end at that. Nimble Momonga is an oldie but a goodie here, isn't it?
I mean, you gain 1,000 life points and you summon more monsters down the field. I really can't see a reason why it wouldn't be, you know.
Yeah, I mean, it's so long as it gets destroyed in battle, it's definitely still good.
Yeah,
that's the one
battle,
catch.
yeah.
But I mean, it's really not a bad target to have from like Rescue Cat. To be honest, you know, if you've got Rescue Cat in deck, then that plus like a level 3 tuner. Is there a level 3 Beast tuner that isn't Airbellum? I don't remember.
I don't think so. I think we actually looked that up at one point, and we couldn't find anything.
Still, the Fableds could technically use it to get Unicores, so like it's not completely out of the question.
No, it ain't out of the question. So,
I really just need to see what's going on with it here. You know, curious.
All right. Well, let's not do that one yet. Let us. You know what? I'm just gonna summon Elephant.
Okay, thinking on that. Yeah, I think that's probably gonna have to force a response because you'll just flip them and get Barkia now. That seems kind of bad. Yeah, I'm gonna Icarus. We're gonna attribute the Gale and get rid of the 2 Malonga.
It doesn't have to be face down. No.
Nah, just two cards on the field. Tribute 1 Winged Beast. Yeah, attributed the Winged Beast.
The Winged Beast monster was face down.
Yeah, but once you tribute it, it's face up on the it's face up in the graveyard. So
yeah,
it's
right.
Yeah, it just says tribute 1 Winged Beast, not 1 face up. So
all right.
Okay.
It's the little details like that you have to make sure of.
Yeah, it is. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I might as well. Let's just go battle and swing. Alright, so 13. Oh, you gained the life points off it there.
Oh.
I know you're a vampire for your profile hit, but... Alright, so Shura's effect will trigger. We will get 1,500 or less. I mean, I suppose Gale 3 is a pretty good thing to go with here. So
Gale 3?
Yeah, the Crow Pack.
Yeah, but that's only your second one so far.
Alright. Oh yeah, duh. There's only one in the grave. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, only one in the grave, so like Gale 3.
Alright,
on his summon.
On his... Oh, I don't think you can because it's in damage step.
That's what I was thinking. Like,
yeah. And
sure.
TT can't play in... Yeah, because this... When it destroys, it's still in damage step. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's a bit of an issue, huh? Yeah, I guess. I mean, in one way, I probably wouldn't want to synchro on this board anyway. I've been burned by that too much when I played against Chaos. I synchroed off of this kind of board and he just went, nah, I'm gonna immediately Graceful Smite. Yeah. It's just like, you saw that as well, and it's in the replay. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna consolidate the board because it seems a bit better than just leaving a 1,300 on here, and he's just like slap down Aaron and just kills my AFD, and I'm like, fuck. You know, so like, I get punished too much for over synchroing in this deck.
Alright, well, I think I'll discard that.
Mind Mole.
And that's one.
Another Mind Mole. Wow.
Hmm.
Seems like an unfortunate draw at the moment, but I don't know, because you've had the elephant and the 2 moles, and like.
Yeah. Alright. I'm actually gonna normal summon Airbellum.
Ah. All right. Okay. So.
You wonder, I took this from the trade after we were done the other day with our dueling. I was like, all right, I'm gonna redo my trades, and this is one of the redone trades I did.
Right. So this comes from the starter deck, then, huh?
Yeah.
Very nice. Okay. Yeah. That Airbellum
fine.
is fine. Yes.
It's fine. All right. So battle phase, Airbellum will attack Gale. Yeah.
Yeah. That's okay. So 300. And because it's not direct attack, it doesn't discard the card.
Direct attack, so no. It ain't direct attack, so alright. Lane 2, I'm set 2.
Okay. That's a little scary. Anything on draw?
No.
Because I do have 5 cards in hand at the moment, so it would have been possible.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that is a little scary. Okay, let's just go battle. I will try and attack.
Yeah, I think that's a good time to activate.
Okay,
If I can.
you can. Damage. This is still in damage step. I'm actually gonna clue. So cards that modify attack and defense can be played at the moment, but
it's 1400 attack.
yeah. So I'm at 32.
32. This is 24.
You're at 24.
So that's 800.
You'd have to have a second pawn, I think, to tie here. Otherwise, yeah, because this is too late for Mirror Force and stuff like that to play now. So, and yeah, Shura's effect can still activate. I have a couple of targets I can still get here. If it will let me view. There we go. Although I'm actually just going to take Ghibli here, I think.
Ghibli.
So we're not actually going to attack or anything. It's
Studio
just
Ghibli.
yeah. Alright. Yeah, that was a good activation of the stuff. I just had Clue in hands. Oh.
Yeah.
I think that's fine. Go ahead.
Oh,
One just sure a beatdown at the moment.
yeah, at this point. Alright. Want to agree?
Yep, that's fine. Good card.
Alright. Guess I'll set one. And I'll enter.
Okay. So, this is unfortunate because I have knowledge that I shouldn't have here, right?
That was my fault though, so if I'm gonna eat it, I'm gonna eat it.
Okay, I'm gonna trigger the effect of Birdman here. I'm gonna bounce the Shura back to hand and special summon Birdman.
Birdman!
Yep, that's okay. We are going to Synchro for 6. Birdman banishes itself by its own effect.
Yeah.
I cannot bring out Armed Wing because that needs a Blackwing Tuner. But I can bring out Brion. No, I don't really want to bring out him. I'm going to bring out Iron Chain.
Oh, he's a big boy.
He is a big boy.
Yeah, on his summon then.
Oh, BTH. That's pretty good. Away he goes. Alright, well, that was a special summon of Birdman, so I guess now I've got to eat the TT. Shura comes out as a normal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I can beat it.
Yep. And Hyena. Yeah, okay, so this is definitely just straight on Rescue Cat Beasto. This is cool. Okay, yeah, that will do for me at the moment, I think.
It's very reminiscent back in the day. Well, this is gonna be interesting. All right. Do I want to do that? No, I don't think I do. I'm gonna set one. And two.
Okay.
And turn.
Okay. Standby main. Okay. Let's normal summon Blizzard.
Lizard Man. Yep.
Blizzard's fine. His effect will trigger, and we'll take the Shura.
Oh yeah, defense. Yeah.
Yeah, it has to be in defense. Doesn't have its effects negated, but it, goes into defense. Right, is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay, because, yeah, BTH is a thing. I'm going to sync for 6. We're going to go into the Armed Wing.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. You haven't used the Mirror Force yet, so I probably shouldn't go too ham here. Yeah, battle phase, we're gonna have Armed Wing attack.
On his attack, then.
Book of Moon. Okay, yeah, that's good. Set him down. And I have normal this turn, so yeah, that is it. Go ahead. That's pretty good.
Alright. Well, now I can flip summon the Mega Hamster.
Oh, good lord, he's chunk. Okay.
He's very chunky.
He's a chunker.
Chunky. So on his flip, so summon a level 3 alert beast type monster from the deck.
Yep.
In face down.
Yeah, face down, unfortunately, so it can't be synchro summon material. That is like the only disadvantage with this thing, I think, is it? Although it's an advantage if you've got Raikou, because obviously his effect is a flip, so there are some advantages to it, but
yeah,
synchro summoning is not one of them.
Not now, at least. I think I will take Hyena number 2.
Yep, that makes sense. So he goes face down.
So that was a flip summon. That was a special summon.
Yep.
So now we get the. You know what? I'm going straight to battle phase because I know he only has 1,000 defense. So
that is correct. You'll get in.
All right. So main 2, set 1, and turn.
Okay. Okay. This came in about 80 turns too late, but whatever. Black Whirlwind.
Oh. Yep. All right.
All right. We're gonna normal summon Borer.
No, let's do that. Alright, on his summon then.
Yep, that's fine. So you pay your 2k and he gets bombed. Okay. So your set is Hyena. That's not really too big of a deal. Wow, my chat just like auto refreshed or something. That was weird. Okay, yeah, the set's Hyena. That's not really too big of a deal. Whirlwind obviously can't trigger because the summon wasn't successful, and we've seen that BTH can stop it anyways, so yeah, the monster's not on the field, so no Whirlwind for me. And yeah, that was my normal summon, so I think that's good enough to go. Yeah, warning is really nice.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good one, but 2,000 life points is a bit costly.
It is, but
alright. Oh, did you? No, you got Ghibli in hand still. Yeah, you got Ghibli in hand still.
I would remind you to look at my graveyard for that.
Well, I didn't want to, but I was like, I didn't know that. I know we looked at each other's graveyards before. But I didn't know if, like, looking at this point, would be like, I don't want.
No. It's public knowledge. It's the whole idea of it.
Yeah.
No, I have synchroed with Ghibli.
Oh yeah.
I used it to get Iron Chain.
Okay, yeah. All right then. Well, let's flip summon the hyena.
Yep.
Alright, battle phase. Hyena will attack.
Yep, I'll take 1,000.
And big old choking hamster.
Yep, I'll get chonked for 1,100.
Big old chunk. Alright, phase 2. Phase 2, main 2. I'm gonna normal summon Elephant.
Oh, I was thinking that might happen. Let me see. So, destroy by battle send. Oh, it only does banish ones. Okay,
it's only from banished monsters. Yeah.
I'm going to book the elephant.
Oh.
I was wanting to book the hamster to save Armdwayne, but I was like, no, it gets his flip effect again. That's a terrible idea.
That's why I was wanting to use I was actually going to use the Pokemoon to, like, okay, I'm going to flip summon, I'm going to Pokemoon it down.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to get another summon in another turn. But then you summoned your Armed Wing monster. I was like, shit, I can't.
Yeah, you had to do it that way around. Okay. Ooh, now we get to see some of the different stuff that comes in with this deck. So, you have 2 monsters on the field with the same attributes. So I'm going to special summon Elector, Sovereign of Birds.
Oh, that's different.
That is different. I pulled this out of the Turbo Pack after Extreme Victory. Like, it was a rare in that pack, so I haven't actually had this to use until now. His effect isn't going to matter at the moment. It's like on my main phase, it's like an effect veiler. But even if I use it on Hyena, that activates in the graveyard. It's like it will not be negated from there. Like, it has left the field, therefore it's like that condition's gone away. So that won't matter. So his effect is not here. It's just this is a special summon I can play. I can also normal summon Reborn Tengu, however. I couldn't do this until after Extreme Victory either because trade-ins were needed for that, right? I gave up my wheel for Extreme Victory to finish off a couple of bits, and between that and the set trade-in, I could turn the 1 Tengu I pulled into a play set for here. So if this thing leaves the field by any means, I have to get another one from the deck if there's one there. So...
Alright.
Yeah, alright, so, battle phase, we will use the Tengu to hit into the Elephant, because Synchro plays for, like, Natty Beast would be mean right now, and we're gonna throw Elector into the Chonka over here. Yes, Chonk, his last Chonk. Okay, go ahead.
Poor hamster. Well, shit, I have to play one of these now. Alright, let's normal summon Giddy!
Yeah, there you go. Rescue Cat coming in.
Rescue Cat. Alright, I will send it to the graveyard.
Oh god, if you have another Airbellum... Ooh, yeah, okay, this is going to be ugly, but if you've got a second Airbellum here... Oh, this is nasty. Alright, yeah. Yeah, because Electro can only is not even a quick effect. It can only work in my main phase, so I'd have to have, like, a Vet Veiler here to have stopped that, which I do not.
Alright. It is special summon 2 level 3 lower beast monsters. Alright. Well, I will summon the last mole.
Yep. Okay.
And... I think it's going to have to be...
Okay, that at least is telling me you probably don't have another Airbellum, because if you did, you would probably just go Trish here.
I mean, I made one trade for.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
So.
It was only one trade for one, so.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, bitch.
No, I'm just like Trish was my main sort of worry here. Going, oh fuck, you could just like get Trish out and banish my Elector, and then it'd be like. Or even Whirlwind, maybe, you know, and then just destroy the Elector. I was like thinking, oh god, Trish is going to be really bad here. Stardust is still pretty bad, mind you. That's not a...
That's pretty bad, but I'm actually going to sync for 5 with
Okay.
Elephant and Hyena.
Okay. Oh, Catastor. Huh. Yeah,
Catastor.
okay. I was thinking, yeah, if you're going to do that, you're going to need a game plan to deal with the Elector, because the Natty Beast is weaker, but then, yeah, Catastor deals with it. Yeah, okay.
Oh, you know what? I was going to special summon... Actually, does it say?
When it's...
Oh. Okay, yeah.
Oh, yeah, because the Mind Maul is going to get destroyed, isn't it? Do you want to swap
Yeah.
which one you're using, then?
No. Actually, you know what? I probably should.
Yeah,
I didn't think that. I think that went through. I was thinking other ways around it, but no, that's not going to work anyway.
See, this is why we're not playing on Omega at the moment. Even though the program is amazing, it's like, yeah, there'd be no take back off of that. So if you wanna swap the mole and the hyena around to keep the monster in play, I'm okay with that.
Oh, I guess I should do that then. He just won't get his extra draw since it's not a beast monster.
Yep. But it's probably better than just losing it outright at the end of turn. Yeah. Especially because Hyena still actually has its effect option available too.
Yeah. I will set the Hyena into defense mode.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Because it hasn't attacked or changed position.
Now, battle phase, Catastor will attack Elector.
Yep, and that will
Catastor, Elector, Savaldor, Savanir. Alright.
Okay. Not bad. You're at 24. Okay, yeah, I think I should be able to do this. We're gonna normal summon Gale.
Oof.
And we are gonna sync for 7 here. To summon the Black Rose Dragon. So
all cards in the field.
Yeah, effects go on chain. Reborn Tengu is mandatory, so it's chain link 1 regardless. I will activate the effect of Black Rose to nuke the field. So everything goes in chain link 2, and then Tengu activates in chain link 1 to special summon another one from the deck. And then that's not enough by itself, so I need to reborn something. And we'll reborn Black Rose. And its effect is only one synchro summon, but that doesn't matter anyway. And yeah, battle phase will go. That was close though with the stuff. I think if you could get like one more synchro out in play with that, this would have been very different. It's very cool. That Icarus attack at the start of the game was probably the downside. If you could have gotten like Naturia Bakian out or something, probably would have been much worse time for me.
Yeah. I tried.
You did, and it was close. Like I'm not even trying to be, you know, like condescending or anything with that. That was actually really close.
Try a second again.
Yep. Yeah, Blackwings don't tend to want to go first most of the time with this, so I think that's a reasonable option. Okay, let's normal summon Bora, and that will do.
Alright. Well, let's set one and then turn.
Okay. So from what I've seen of this deck, most of the monsters aren't especially strong, but Mind Mold does not get killed in battle the first time for free. So you've probably set either the mole so it doesn't get destroyed the first time in battle, or like Momonga, Hyena, something like that recurs itself. So we're gonna summon out Shura here.
Alright.
Gonna go battle phase. Bora's gonna hit in, because then if it's Mind Mole, I would still get the thing. Unfortunately not, so we are gonna get the thing there. It's like the one monster that is
The
a
one
bit too
monster
chonk.
that's beefy enough to live.
Too much chonk. Alright,
So,
you do
let's
get
come
the
in.
effect.
It is
Yep.
one level 3 lower beast monster in face down defense position.
Which you are wanting to do, yep. Yeah, it is optional, but I imagine there's... Well, no, there's a reason not to, but I don't think it's a good reason, really.
It's a level 3 or lower.
Yeah.
So I think I'm gonna get a Mind Mole.
Okay, yep, because I can't kill that in battle here. Yeah, that's pretty good. So there's no real point in even attacking it at the moment, because I know I can't kill it. So yeah, that's a pretty good blank of my battle phase there. We're gonna set one and end turn.
Pretty good blank, yep.
Good stuff.
Alright, I'm going to flip summon Mind Mole.
Yep.
And on normal summon Elephant.
Yep, that's fine.
And they'll sync off for 5.
Here he comes. The Naughty Beast.
Kitty! Big kitty.
Yeah, very big kitty.
Now, since Mind Mole synchros for a beast monster, I draw a card.
You sure do.
But why stop there?
Oh boy. Yeah, Reborn is fine.
Reborn Elephant.
Here we go.
And then he'll Elephant and Hamster will sync for 6.
Yeah, because Hamster's level 4, so... Oh shit. Oh no. Okay. Yeah, this is what I was afraid of.
Now it's a fight. Any response?
Not at the moment. You're good.
Alright, so battle phase. Parkion will attack Bora.
I think I have to collude that.
Sad day.
So, yeah, Bora goes to 31.
Until the end of the turn.
Yeah, so you actually can't even run over this one with Beast at this point.
Nope, no attack. You're going to the grave.
Sheesh.
What are the odds of you having a second Kalute then? Let's find out. Material Beast attack Shura.
That is fine. Alright, so 400 and sure goes down.
Alright. Main 2 then. Set 1. End turn.
Okay. Ah, Beast is a pretty good card. Not gonna lie. Let's see how it'll deal with this though. We're gonna normal summon the Fat Veiler.
Ooh.
Yeah, this thing's a tuner as well, so it's
You send this card from your hand to the graveyard. Yeah.
yeah, so I could have blanked Barkion if I wanted to, or Beast if I wanted to during your turn, but it's only for the one turn, so I wanted to use it as a tuner monster, because I can sync for 5 and go into... you've already done your big synchro plays, but I think there's still kind of punishing... you could have Horn of the Phantom Beast, though. Yeah, I'm gonna go into Catastor.
Catastor.
I wanted to go into my new guy, but then Horn of the Phantom Beast just kind of destroys that, and I think that's a pretty terrible thing to go into right now. Is that okay?
It is an effect monster.
It is.
So I think I can activate this.
Yep, that'll stop me from attacking with it, yeah. I'll put the counter on it as well. Okay, yeah, that's gonna stop me from attacking, so go for it. Yeah, I ran foul of that one before. I actually didn't realize this could only hit effect monsters before. I just thought it was the negate effect was like a, you know, just a passive on it really, but nope, it straight up stops you from doing that.
Straight up effect monster, yep. Okay. Well, I think I'm just gonna set a monster. Funny enough, even if I try to crash into Catastor, my monster would be destroyed anyway.
Not true. That effect has been negated by Fiendish Chain.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Third.
Like it would try to activate, but it would get negated.
But then I would lose my Tutoria base, so that's pretty
yeah.
stupid anyway.
You'd lose your spell. You'd use your spell blanking. So.
All right, I'll end turn on that.
Yep. And honestly, that spell blanking is probably the better solution at the moment. Yeah, I'm gonna end turn at that, I think.
That's... Ooh, this might get dirty.
Let me see it. Here we go.
It's gonna get dirty. All right, let's see if I can activate it. Activate Change of Heart.
Change of Heart is fine. Now, you can't attack with this thing either, but I'm assuming you're going to sync with this, so...
No. Alright, so I'm out of Jastor, I got Nemomanga, and I'm going to normal summon
Oh no!
And they sync for 9.
Oh no! Oh my god!
Does this card stay on the field because the monster wasn't destroyed?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh god.
Now here comes the fun.
Yep. And that is, I really wish I still had a Fet Veiler, but I kind of needed to try and go through the thing, because Veiler would be really good right now.
One from the graveyard,
and then it'll be a roll for hand. Yeah,
I think I'll banish... I don't think it matters. Well, it kind of does, depending on it. Yeah, banish Kalut.
Okay, oh yeah, I guess if I need to...
I mean, I could, but I'm like, no, I'll let you do it. Just,
Yep, right,
right,
and then roll from hand, I suppose.
Alright, so 1, 2, 3.
Okay, yeah.
And then 4, 5, 6.
Okay, so 1 and 4 is the one.
Yeah, 1 and 4, okay. 2 and 5, 3 and 6. Alright. Since there's 3 cards in hand.
Okay. Well, I can't play that one anyway, so that's fine by me.
That's banished.
Oh yeah, it is banished, isn't it? I keep forgetting. No, I mean, I say I keep forgetting about that. This is the first time you've resolved Trish, so...
Yay!
See, if I could have kept that Fet Veiler, I could have negated that, and then I still had Mirror Force was my face down, so it was like, that would have been really good, but, you know.
Mirror Force was a pretty good one. Alright, battle phase. Interior base will attack first.
Yep, 22...
I mean, you could still have Giblaze, so...
I could, or I could have Gauze or something, you know.
Or something.
You know I have access to Gauze, so it's
yeah.
possible that I could have sided it in. I'm not sure what... wait, no, I do know. Wait. That's actually really good. Normal summon Blizzard.
Blizzard. You can target low 4 Lord Bucking monster in the graveyard.
Is Blizzard's effect okay?
Yeah, you're fine.
Okay. Because I know that could trigger a Fet Veiler, so...
Yeah, that's fine. You're fine.
Okay, so we get Sure out. I'm going to... Special... Let me double check, actually. This is right, isn't it? Yeah, okay. I'm gonna... Special a Borer from hand.
You control a Bucking monster, you can push some of this card. Yep, okay.
Okay, we're gonna sync for 6. And go into Bryonic.
Ooh, interesting.
It's not over just yet. Trigger
Bryonic's
effect. As soon as I find out, declares down the bottom. Trigger Bryonic's effect. Discard my other Borer. Target the Trishula.
Return that target to the hand. Well,
which will go to extra deck. Yeah. Okay.
Sad day.
Okay. Survived. Alright, battle phase. This is where I get blown out by something else. I don't know what, but... and then Bora hits for 17. Last legs, though. If a Geki or a Dark Hole comes down, I'm pretty screwed, but, you know... I've outed the board. That's as much as I'm gonna get out of this.
You got the Jervis off the board. That's like the biggest thing you could probably accomplish here. Not trying to sound condescending with that one.
No. I mean, when you can't play spell cards basically off it, it's not easy. Like...
Alright, I had this since the beginning of the game.
Yep, that's pretty good. Again, this is not entirely over, but I think it might be at this point. This is pretty close.
Summon another mole.
Mole, yeah, that's really good.
Battle phase. Mole beats.
Yep, 1k. Looking pretty low here.
2, set 1, enter.
That's not bad. Normal summon Tengu.
Ugh.
That's a really good rip off the top.
That is a good draw, yep.
Is the summon okay?
Yeah, you're fine.
Alright, battle phase, let's attack.
Alright. I know you're gonna summon another one anyway if I do this, but I'll do it anyway.
Okay, yeah, so we'll send it to grave, and yeah, Tengu mandatory effect needs to summon another one. We're still in battle phase. Yeah, we're still in battle phase, so I'm still gonna hit for 7 anyway. I can't destroy your monster, but I can still do some damage. But you'll still take the damage! And yeah, go ahead. It's a meme. It's a meme in the anime. From one, I think it's from the Art V era. It's like they all had piercing or something, and so as every time we go defenses, but you'll still take the damage. And it's like,
yeah. Oh yeah, GX was fun about that one because what is it, Flame Wingman specifically. All right, set 1, enter.
Okay. Battle. Let's try and. I could just, I mean, honestly, I've put Trish back in your extra deck anyway. It's gonna be rough if you can get that. I'm just gonna attack anyway. It is Momonga. Yeah, I mean, there's not a lot else that's really good to do here. Like, if I leave it, then you could just summon, like, another big monster at the extra. If you just draw, you know, something else I just can't get over at the moment, so... Just the one, because the other one's already gone from earlier. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, go ahead.
That's a good question. Or I should say, this card raises questions.
I'm not gonna lie, that Reborn Tengu was probably the only card in my deck that would have given me a chance to stay alive here.
Yeah,
you know, that is one hell of a top draw.
Now, let's see if you have a third.
I do indeed have a third. But this is it at this point. There's no...
That's final defense.
Yep, last line. No more Tengu. Ooh, okay. That's not bad. Okay, Black Whirlwind.
Yep.
And we're gonna normal summon Gale. Trigger Gale.
Yep.
Not Trigger Gale. Yeah, Trigger Whirlwind. It's still a Gale of sorts.
Yeah,
because I do have the one targeting Ghibli. Because that hasn't come out yet.
Yep.
Okay, let's just get over what... I mean, I know it's Momonga that's down, but I think the Mole is probably the more dangerous thing here, to be honest, because you have Elephants that could go into a second, like Natty Beast, or you haven't even used Catastor yet this game. That would be really bad against Tengu as well. So yeah, we're gonna hit, it's gonna get blocked, and then we're gonna use Gale to swing over it. And... Yeah, I want to do that. I want to sync, but I don't think it's the right play. I mean, if I sync, what's it even gonna be into? Like, Black Rose?
It'd be 7.
Seem good. Yeah, it's like Black Rose AFD, maybe like Scrap Archfiend or something, and then I just lose as soon as you take control of it. You know, because that could happen. Oh, it's awkward because I want to, but if I had another Tengu in deck, this is where actually using that Mirror Force and stuff wasn't the worst. Although, I mean, yeah, you could have saved it to get rid of Gale, but like it wasn't the worst because now I can't Black
I
Rose.
really did not wait for you to get a Mystical Space Typhoon or
it's fair.
Predecessor.
It's fair. I'm gonna pass at that. I think I want to sink, but I don't think it's the right play because I think I just lose if you swing in with like Snatch Deal at that point.
Well, let's see if I draw it. On agreed.
Go for it.
Well, it's not Snatch Steal, but this monster may come in handy. Let's summon the Giant Wretch.
Ooh, yep, and there's the punish for not Synchro Summoning, because now I lose Gale.
Battle phase, there goes Gale.
Man, this is a lot of Battle Recruiter stuff in this deck. It's not the worst matchup against a battle-focused deck, even if you are losing out on some of the stuff with it. This is surprisingly decent.
Yeah, this is actually a really good even decks. Funny, it's pretty fun how even these two decks are actually.
Yeah, I mean, when you've seen the Blackwings before, it's been like, oh man, like ultra dominant sort of thing of it. But now this is a hell of a back and forth. What do we do about that? So 2 cards in hand. I don't know what they are. You've got a 4 and a 2 out in play now. So Air Bellum would make Trish. That would be terrible. I probably would just lose on the spot if that happened. Okay, I think I need to chew through at least some of the stuff that you have out here. But I don't know how to do that well enough. Okay, you know, I'm just gonna go battle. I know it gives you the life points, I'm just gonna hit the manga. Because that at least clears enough off the field where I think I'm still going to be able to survive here. There were other things that I could have done, but I don't feel like they were good enough here. I'm not exactly in the spot where I can just throw things away. You have used Dark Hole and Geki at this point, so...
let me set that one, and I'll switch this to defense mode.
Yep.
And end turn on that.
Okay. Oof. And I guess the wait was worth it. We're gonna Geki.
Set day.
Yeah, the hyena as well. Okay. I think I can kind of go for at least something here now. We're gonna normal summon Ghibli.
Yep.
We're gonna special summon Gale.
Ouch.
Yep, because Ghibli's Ink. We're gonna use Ghibli's effect to swap its attack and defense for the turn. So we're gonna have 1600 on that here. Battle phase 13.
13.
16. And 17.
17.
Main 2, I think I do need to go ahead and make the play here. It's just what do I go with? Because there are options.
Yeah, now you have options.
So I need to sync with the Ghibli because its attack is going to go back down to 0 at the end of this turn, and I have no way of defending it at this stage. So it has to be Ghibli at something here.
Ghibli and something. Ghibli and Gale.
Yeah, it's just like, how far in do we go? I think it's just best to go for the 6 here. We're going to go for the Armed Wing. And end turn at that. The combined damage of Gale plus Ghibli was more than what Armwing could do, so that's why we don't sync before.
Yeah. Alright, well, I'm going to make a T-pose.
Okay. Alright, you have gone through 1 Mirror Force. Okay. Torrential Tribute is still possible. Oh, that is awkward. Oh, wait, but... Wait, but that just kind of works, doesn't it? Normal Monster Reborn.
Ooh. Alright.
Target Bakian.
I'm gonna have to do it.
Yeah, the spell attack effect includes the... Yeah, okay, so that does go, and unfortunately the Armed Wing has piercing, so...
Yep.
Whoa! Wow,
Damn.
that was so close though. Holy shit, okay. Right, I'm not going to ask anything on your deck because obviously you can still use this one. I can't use this anymore, so I'm going to mill this out and show you what I was running here. It's pretty close to what you've seen before with the exception of the Tengus. I'm trying to think what I sided out here because I put the two Veilers in. I forget exactly what I sided out to put them in, but it wasn't mission critical stuff, I guess. Let's just bin the two goobers here as well. Yeah, I can't remember. I mean, it wasn't obviously Dark Arm Dragon was still there because you know if I get it early game, it's still great. Might have been. Looks like it was a Whirlwind because I think I've only got two of those in there. So yeah, Whirlwind seems to be one of those that I pitch a lot when I play this deck. I don't even know why. It's. I think it's just because like it's good, but if I need to tech against something, then usually that's the first card that would get destroyed. So it just kind of comes out anyway.
Yeah. Only one mythical space typhoon. That's surprising.
Yeah, I have more Spell Trap Hate in the side deck for this one in case like a big back row deck comes in. I've got Dust Tornado, I've got Breaker, Icarus Attack can work as stuff that way as well.
I know you had Icarus Attack, but like,
yeah,
I'm not surprised how little there is in this one here.
Yeah, it might be a little greedy, but I feel like if I'm going against a back row hate
a little
deck,
greedy. What do I count here? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24 monsters.
yeah, Blackwings do tend to want to play quite a few because you can use Whirlwind to get them all through, cycles out a ton of stuff with it, so... yeah, so... On the synergy, going through the stuff with that, right, I need to note that I have one with that deck then.
One overall win, 2 individual wins.
Yeah, also that as well. I mean, like, I'm mostly just gonna, well, for me, I'm gonna look at decks that one word would be the thing. Alright, I'm gonna roll a dice and see what the next deck is gonna be. It is gonna be that one, okay.
Alright, I'm actually going to stop the stream so it can be like, okay, that's one duel that took an hour.
Yeah, I was going to recommend that actually that you do that because I know this is around about the kind of time where maybe things start getting a bit.
Usually. All right, so let's end the stream there, and we'll see round 2.
That was a really good game, though. I'm not gonna lie, that was a fantastic pairing for stuff there.
That was a pretty dang good duel, man. I had it. I just choked.